What's up, Wallet Monkeys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are gonna cover 86 soft pull credit card offers. Yes, that is 86 different creditors that offer a soft pull pre-qualification form of some sort on their website. So we just recently updated this back in January, I think. And it used to, like every year it's getting to be more and more and more. And so I just had to make sure that I recounted it to ensure that, again, I'm accurate, but I think it's last year's video was like 50, but there was more than that. And then I was thinking that this year it'd be like 60 or something like that. 86. All right, let's get into it. This page is on the walletmonkey.io website. It's completely free. You just come on over here to Prequal Offers, and it's this one right here. And then we have the same for personal loans, right? This site is, I think, really, really good. I'm biased because, of course, we made it, but I just don't see any other sites out there that actually gives the amount of detail that we give and data. So anyways, here we go. Let's dive into it. Shout out to this video sponsor, us. Recently, we rolled out our credit mastermind, and if you are looking to take your credit to the next level, this might be something for you to check out. So we focus on getting your first or your next $100,000 in credit funding. We stick to a process, a set of steps that we figured out works the best across the boards. And then we work with you one-on-one to dissect your credit profile, get it into position to then hit these simultaneous app sprees so that we can actually get that much in new credit funding. So besides that, we've got a huge members area with, I think right now there's over 50 training videos. There's training courses, videos, you name it, inside of there around the entrepreneurial niche, around that topic, right? Because that's really what we're talking about doing here. We need to take it beyond the money. So getting the money is the easy part. And then we need to figure out what to do with it and build a diversified portfolio. That is what we focus on there, my friends. So now is the best time for you to get started because as time rolls on, the price goes up. So head on over to walletmonkey.io/credit mastermind. You'll be seeing the link on the video right now, and it's down in the description box. Now let's get back into the video. So at the top, we got the heavy hitters. This is like actual real banks, real institutions. It's not like fintechs. It's not crappy credit rebuilders or nothing like that, right? So, and they're not in order either. I don't know why, actually. Interesting. Maybe we should filter them in order, but you could do that with the filtering at the top. And all these links are just gonna take you directly to the pre-qual page. That's it. It's just a means of us tracking. I don't think a single one of those is an affiliate link. Yeah, none of those are affiliate links. So they're just a tracker link to for us to ensure like who's going there, and we're just getting an idea of like volume, right? So Cap One, Bank of America offers one. Chase didn't. They, I think, opened this back up in October, but for a long time, they had their pre-qualification tool locked down. Now, that is back open. It doesn't mean that it's like super accurate or really that great. I've heard conflicting info, and like I even check it from time to time and it always says no offers for you, no offers for you. So if it's saying no offers for you, you would think, oh, that means that there's no offers. But then if you go into your back end, I'm getting offers. Then if I look at my mailers, I'm getting offers. So it really doesn't seem to be that accurate. And I'm hearing that across the boards that like people who are qualifying for cards and going and getting cards are not showing offers on a pre-qualification. So maybe they're still dialing that in. It was down for almost a year, I think. So give them some time on that. American Express, of course, nothing's really changed with their pre-qual process. Theirs is fairly easy, especially after you've already got an account established with them and one credit card, they will just do soft pulls. So on your very first one, getting in American Express though, they'll do Experian and usually TransUnion now, both, but at least one or the other. And then after that, you'll get soft pulls and you can get up to 14 cards with American Express on personal and business. Insane. Discover, nothing's really changed there. I think Discover's great. If you're rebuilding, great. If you're not, I mean, a 10, 15K Discover card is great, but getting in there and getting your first $1,000 card is also great. They don't tend to bucket you as much as Cap One. Cap One starts off at a $300 card, and then if you pay everything on time for 6 months, they'll bump you up, blah, blah, blah. Like, why would you do that when, we can go and get something actually good like a Discover and then it's not bucketed and they'll give us credit limit increases. You can get up to 2 Discover cards and they'll do a credit limit increase once a year, I believe is still the going rate there. Citibank is another great bank to go with. I know that it's not as sexy and, viral as a lot of these other banks, but, Citibank, I don't know the max amount of cards you can get, but I know it's at least 3 because I know people with 3 cards across personal and business. So I think it's somewhere in the 4 or 5 range, I would guess. And they're a little bit different because if you're using the card and you're putting a lot of usage and then paying it down, using it, paying it down before statement dates, they will just automatically give you credit limit increases. That being said, if you drop 50, 100 points on your credit score, they will also take away credit limits. I've seen that as well. But understand, as soon as you pay down, get your utilization back down, your score goes back up, and then they will give the limits right back. Wells Fargo, this is another one that a lot of people swear by. It's like polarizing. You love Wells Fargo or you hate it. Okay, FNBO, I think for the most part, most people don't like FNBO. Came on the scene, commenting on a lot of YouTubers' videos, looking like they were very, very community-driven, community-friendly, you know, et cetera, but then just about everybody who at the tail end of 2021 to mid to tail end of 2021 was seeing dramatic rate limit cuts through 2022, and from what we've seen on the comments on our videos anyways, that really hasn't changed. So there is now, I don't know, maybe 100-ish comments on the FNBO videos that we've shot that are talking about slash my limit. Synchrony is another one that's infamous for that. HSBC, pre-qualification is currently off, so okay, we're at 85, sorry. HSBC is like, I don't know, I think they're moving away from doing business in the US. They're more Asian-driven, European-driven, I think. Are they in Europe? Don't quote me on that. Asian-driven, I know for a fact, like Hong Kong, etc. Okay, Truist, not much has changed there. You can still go, and if you pre-qualify for all 5 cards, you could get up to all 5 with the same limit. You might get a hard pull. You might not get a hard pull on any of it. But most people are getting 2 to 3 cards, and if your pre-qualification, if you're going through it and then trying to submit and it's giving you an error message, just go into the branch. And we're having 100% success rate on people going into the branch. And that's on the personal and business side as well. Regions, that's geo-restricted to only 15 or so states. NASA, that's a credit union. US Alliance, Federal Credit Union, Navy Fed, you have to be a member, and the pre-qualification piece is built in once you're logged in, right? Same thing with all these credit unions. Like we've got some listed here, but I think most credit unions will do a soft pull of some sort, and they're either gonna do this automatically and give you offers in the back end, or you're gonna have some sort of front end pre-qualification tool. So Patelco's got one, Dover Federal's actually got one as well, American Eagle Credit Union, and of course we got the GM Marcus credit card. So that maybe should have been in the fintech. No, okay, that makes sense on this side. So the GM Marcus and the Apple card right here are both by GM is Goldman Sachs. So that you can do the same thing with, meaning that we literally just had somebody do this on the personal side only. I don't think it's the same on the business. You go through the pre-qualification process, you leave TransUnion open because they pulled TransUnion. As soon as you go through the pre-qual, lock it down, still get the card, still get the full offer. They don't change the limit on you, and it works. So just had somebody do this with the personal GM card as well. Okay, what else do we got? Quick fix. Why did I say GM stands for Goldman Sachs? No, GM, General Motors. And it's the Goldman Sachs Marcus, credit card. Okay, anyways. Okay, moving on. So fintechs next. We just covered the Apple. Deserve has a lot of different cards out there. They got the CrowdFit. They got, who's the other one in here? Bank Mobile. And then I think they used to have just a Deserve card for themselves. I think they've got a couple other co-brands though that we just haven't been able to track down. I found them a long time ago and I forgot them. And for the life of me, I could not find. Yeah, these are all 3 Deserve, and so you know the game with that. We've covered videos on the channel. You can go back and look at those. Pedal, really don't know a lot of people who've gotten to Pedal cards. They're mostly geared towards students, like college students. Okay, Upgrade, they've got credit cards, but they all report as installment loans, which is kind of weird. I'm actually confused still to this day about Upgrade because they've got a personal loan product, which is gonna report as an installment loan, but then they've got these credit cards that operate more like a line of credit, but they report as an installment loan, but you get a credit card with it, but you can't pull off cash from the credit card. I don't know, it's confusing. But Upgrade is actually a great option. They usually give out healthy limits and you can have multiple products with them. Payoff, we don't have much information on them. They're a debt consolidation tool. BlockFi, okay, they're not gonna be around much longer. I don't know what's happening with their credit product, but they are in bankruptcy, so probably wanna avoid that one. Gemini, they went through problems and there was a lot of online drama, but Gemini seems to be okay. They're very solvent, it seems, and they've got no issues with what happened with the FTX dramas. So I actually like that card a lot. The rewards, and then you can reinvest those, so you can pull that out into the exchange and trade, you can stake it, you can do a lot of stuff with that. So I still think Gemini, I hope long-term, sticks around. They're one of the older ones in terms of crypto exchanges, and they're not crazy out there with leverage, so that's what tells me that I think they'll be okay. Tomo Credit is a credit builder, so no hard pull on that at all. Next, credit building cards. Just figured I'd put these in here. Prosper, the personal loan provider, actually has credit cards now, $500 to $3,000 limits. Mission Lane, these are in order of like okayness, by the way. Prosper is probably the best. Mission Lane and Merrick would probably be tied at that point. I've heard okay things about them, and I have no clue about these two, OppFi and Avant. Credit One is meh, unless you're gonna do the Amex co-brand, the rest is garbage. Surge, Reflex, and Opportune, these actually all seem to be the same. I remember when these came out, and I was seeing them in the Experian backend, like to see your recommendations in your Experian account, and they all kind of like hit the same way. I believe I tracked down the same address or something for a couple of these, but they just look like utter junk. So again, they all offer pre-quals though, so you can check that out and see where you fare, right? All right, let's wrap it up. Next, we've got store credit cards. Now, these are always changing, but these seem to be consistent. What I mean by that is, like, sometimes you'll get Victoria's Secret, you'll get Abercrombie & Fitch, you'll get, like, you know, mainstream brands like that that'll every once in a while pop up a pre-qualification process, or you can do the shopping cart trick on some of these sites still to this day. It's just not consistent, right? So we've got these broken down. Look to the right here. We've got, this is what institution. So we've got Wells Fargo here at the top on these three. Then we got the couple Capital One offers. The Walmart card, is as funny as that might sound, is there's a lot of people who have that card and love it. If you shop at Walmart, it's not a bad card. I would just argue that like Capital One, it pulls all three. I don't know, it's tough to really qualify that, but in the credit building process, rebuilding process especially, it's not bad, it's not bad. I'd rather get that if you're shopping at Walmart than get a regular Cap One card, because it's gonna pull all three regardless. You're gonna be bucketed, you're gonna go through this weird rebuilding process where they give you really small limits, so might as well make it worth it, right? Okay, next we got some vehicle options with Cominity. We've got Lexus and Toyota. The IKEA card, I've used that in the past as a debt weapon for myself. I think I got a 5K card with them. It's really, really easy. So again, especially if you shop a lot at IKEA, might not be a bad option. I would just say diversify. Don't get a ton of store cards. I see this all the time. So many people go out, they get 4 or 5 different store cards. That's insane. It's insane because those enquiries are taking away from opportunities that you could get later on with Chase, with American Express, with these other bigger players, right? Especially Cominity pulls Experian. Synchrony pulls TransUnion. Fortiva, don't have much data on them, and like Gardner White, Bob Mills Furniture, I don't know anyone who's got those. If you've gotten those cards, comment below, let us know some details. Next, we got the Synchrony. Synchrony is infamous for cutting your credit limits randomly for no reason. You could be in perfect order with them, not carrying a balance, paying on time, nothing reporting on statement dates, and they just slash you. I mean, we're talking disgusting slashes, like $35K card down to a $500 limit, you know, $8,000 card down to a $500 limit. We're talking really nasty cuts. So do not go out there and get a ton of these cards. They're just not worth it. I think probably by far the best one that we could all agree on across the boards that has the widest range of use would be the Amazon card, because we're all addicted to Amazon. Well, I assume you are too. I know that I am. I mean, you get cash back on that, and it's a great card. So that one to me is worth it. You know, Lowe's, you know, something like that might be worth it, even though I would try and push on the business side. But yeah, something like that would be worth it. But we literally just had somebody comment that they got a Sweetwater card limit reduced as well. So just be careful with those. Citibank, Wayfair, I think is the only one still that uses Citibank, which I wish they had more. And then this is a Birch Lane and Wayfair are like the same brand, I guess. It's a Wayfair brand, so they're both through Citibank. And then Home Depot, those are great cards, by the way. If you're doing anything like a construction job or like a side hustle in any sort of way, try and build up and get on the business side of Home Depot cards, the business accounts. The discounts are really, really worth it. Okay, and then GMC Financial is a completely separate thing. That's it. Man, there you go. 85, because one was closed down, 85 different Softpull pre-qualification links at your disposal for you to gear up and get your plan together for 2023. Now, did I miss one? I would love it if we missed some. Comment below with any pre-qualifications that we missed and any other commentary you'd like to add. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Hey, you should subscribe. 60% of you are not subscribed yet, right there. Okay, bye.
Monkey!